All right, let's get live here. Hi everybody, it's Nancy. Hope you're having a really good Saturday. If it says was live above my head, that means you're catching the replay. Just type hashtag replay, that way I can welcome you. Keyword today is winter. So go ahead and type the word winter and check your messages. That will get you a message from my page. Just make sure you check your messages in Messenger. That's where everything goes. Now we're going to work with the cutouts from this transfer. It says, oh, hello, winter, with some snowflakes and the snowman and the word winter. We're not going to use all of them. We're going to use some of them. But we're going to go ahead and just set these aside for now. We're going to start with the frame. What are we going to do with this frame? We're going to do my favorite, which is stain the edges with espresso. Should I do that first? Yeah. Hope you guys are good. I've had a very busy couple of days here, but I'm doing good. I hope you are. I don't know why it seems so dark on here. Maybe, who knows why. All right, my brush is wet. We're going to use chalk paste. This is espresso. And I'm out of painter's tape, you guys. So I'm going to do I cut this with my laser machine. It's kind of like a faux frame. Let me tell you before I paint it. The dimensions are, it's probably 7 by 7. All the way on the outside. And then the center is about 5 3/4 by about 5 3/4 on the inside. Okay, this outer part is all etched in, or lasered in, as I should say. And we're going to paint that outside edge. I thought I turned that off. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're good. Hope you've gotten a lot done today. My Saturday was pretty good, Charlotte. How about you? Hi, Amanda. Let's see. Hi, Beverly. How are you? Thanks for sprinkling. How do I find your Etsy page? Well, Jess, since you typed the word Etsy, you're going to get a message in Messenger. Go check that, and you're going to get the link to it in Messenger. If you can't find it, message me back after the live, but you should have a message from my page because you typed the word Etsy. It should give you a bunch of information. That's going to be just a generic message to my Etsy site if you're looking for my craft box. I think there's only 10 left, you guys. Thank you to all of you who ordered. I'm trying to stay inside this line, not doing a great job. And then you can go grab that craft box, you guys. I got a bunch cut this morning. I'm just waiting on, well, there's no shipping tomorrow anyway, but because it's Sunday. But I'm waiting on my boxes from Amazon so I can send them to you. They should be here tomorrow. So everything should go out Monday unless Amazon is delayed. Usually they're not. They're pretty amazing. If they say 2 days, it's 2 days. But right now it's saying the boxes will be here tomorrow. So I'll be able to get everything shipped to you Monday. Those of you who've already ordered. Okay. All right, looks like you guys are getting the Etsy shop, so if you want that, you can do that. If you want the information on what I'm using tonight in the transfer, you can type the word winter. That will also get you a link to my Etsy site. I just have it in all of my messages now. I'm doing an okay job. This is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination as far as crisp lines on this edge, but like I said, I don't have tape. So, and I'm using this foam brush, which isn't exactly, precision painting. But we're going to get the center here in just a second. Okay, so I like to use espresso and water it down. It does this stained look. It's one of my favorite things to do. Hi, Jan. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I got up. I had the laser running before 8 a.m. this morning. And then, oh, I was going to use this. And then we're going to let that simmer for a minute. We walk the dog, and then I cut the grass and finish my laser cutting. It's been a busy, busy day. Thanks a lot today, Nancy. You're welcome, Janet. I can help you anytime. Anytime. So we're going to go back to this Cricut mat and do some painting on it like we did the other day. Okay, so I have the word winter. I have the snowman, and we're going to use, I don't know, this many snowflakes. 5, I guess. Now, if you decide on Etsy to grab this kit, you're going to get all the snowflakes that pair at the bottom. I'm just using some of them for what I'm doing today. But I'm just trying to decide, how do I want to proceed? I am a little tired. I am just a little tired, but you guys know I'm a pretty busy person, so. Hi, Riley. How have you been? How do you get on Etsy? Do you have to sign up with a code? Nope, there's no code. You just follow the link. Some people have the Etsy app. You don't need the Etsy app to do it. I do not believe. I think you can go to just Etsy.com. But if you, Riley, if you get a message from my page, if you click on the link, it should just take you right there, whether you have the app or not. How have you been, Riley? I haven't seen you on a live in a long time. Hopefully you're good. Having a good summer, I hope. I hope you still get to enjoy your summer. Happy fun times have ended for me. But that's all right. We end early and we start early. That's just the way it is. I'm out, I got like 3 weeks in May and then I'm out. So I'm not complaining. I mean, I am a little, obviously. It'll be fine. This is just going to be a tiring week. I was trying to explain it to my husband. He's like, okay, every day I go to work, like I've always been a teacher. So, I mean, I don't know other things. But what I'm saying is this, like, especially Friday, that was probably my most, just a busy day. It was the first of the month for us, right? And then on top of that, like somebody was teaching in my classroom during the summer, which you would think just for like 3.5 weeks. And you would think that wouldn't be a problem, even because I took everything home and whatever. It's have someone go to your office. I said, it's like someone's been in your office for 3 weeks working and they take everything and they put it all in a different spot and nothing's organized and this person didn't even make the kids like put the games away right, or, it's not just my preferred way. And then you show up and you have to do your job and also host. That's the only way I can describe it, because like parents are coming in and then you don't know anyone. It's just a different, once next week is over, it'll go back to normal business as usual. So, that'll be fine. It's just this first week will be a little nutty. Jan said, I still want to do a shirt with that stencil on the front and on the back. Jan, I totally forgot you said that, but you're right. This will be, I need to have that in my life also. I need that too. I need to write that down so I don't forget. I don't usually wear, clothes that have swear words on it. Not that that's a bad one, but I would wear that. Obviously not to school, but I would totally wear that. Hi, Madeline. I'm glad that you are live with me. All right, what do I want to do here? Let's dry this a little bit. I'm going to give this one more coat, and I'm trying to think over there what I want to do with that center part. You're struggling. I'm sorry to hear that. Riley, I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, Cindy, I just saw your message. Yes, I did get your Etsy order. Thank you. You guys, it's so fun to get an Etsy order. Let me share this with you. Maybe I did already. When you guys place an order on probably, I'm assuming, anyone's Etsy site, my phone goes cha-ching. I'm like, oh, I got an order. It's so exciting. So, yes, I did get it, Cindy. Thank you. I'm going to work on your adding. I'll add those. I saw your message. I'll add those to your craft box, okay? That'll be it'll just be in the same box with your craft box. Just don't get confused. What are these for? It's all in with the craft box is how we'll do it. Now remember, if you're going to paint on your Cricut mat, like I'm doing, use chalk paste. Otherwise, you're going to ruin your mat, okay? Don't forget that. I'm using chalk paste. I'll be able to clean it up, okay? You're welcome, Cindy. Thank you, actually. Thank you for your order. And you guys, I'm telling you, I cut like 3 new frames. I'm very excited about them. We're going to do one today, and I'll be showing you the other ones throughout the week. They're fun. Okay, I'm just giving a second coat. This probably is not that important, but I just decided. You can decide if you want 1 coat or 2 of the white. And then we're going to set that aside to dry, and I'm going to bring this back over our little, this is like a faux frame because it's really just one piece, but it's all etched in, okay? And this edge is mostly dry. It's not 100%, but it's mostly. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with my original plan. Wait till you get ornaments done. Cindy, I've already got 4 of them done. And I had to pause because school. But I will work on them again soon. But I've got 4 of them complete. Thank you for the challenge, Cindy. I appreciate it. Because now that I know how to make them, you better believe everyone in my house is getting... Well, I always give ornaments for Christmas. Do you guys give ornaments as gifts for Christmas? Tell me in the comments. In the past, I try to do something that's like... had something to do with whatever's gone on in the year or whatever for my family. So a lot of times I've done things for our trips. But now that I have this machine... the sky's the limit. So I'm not sure what exactly I want to do for my peeps, but they are definitely getting an ornament, a laser cut ornament from me as a gift, as part of their gift. I always put it in their stockings. Oh my gosh, Charlene, it is so amazing. Basically any craft you could dream of doing, you just create it on your laser and then boom. Like I don't have to go to Dollar Tree and get surfaces or whatever. Like I can cut anything. I feel so powerful. It's really pretty awesome. All right, how do I want to do this? All right, so what you're going to do when you do this is get some painter's tape and put it along this edge so you don't have to worry about getting it on your brown part. I don't have painter's tape because I am out, which that's like being out of milk. Like you shouldn't be out of milk in my house. Do you guys drink milk? I actually wean myself off of milk and I drink almond milk now with dinner. But it's like you gotta have painter's tape when you're a crafter. But I am out. All right, this is gonna probably cover in one coat. This is Ocean Mist, in case you're wondering. You don't, Charlene? Charlene, the only thing so far that I have learned that I cannot do is vinyl. I can do paper, I can do cardboard, I can cut anything, but the problem with vinyl, as I just learned, because I was gonna use vinyl for this mirror that I made for my friend's son's wedding. I was going to use my laser with the vinyl, but because there is, I don't know, there's some toxic thing that you can't, in vinyl, you cannot use in your laser machine because it will ruin the machine. And the fumes are toxic and blah, blah, blah. So, but if you want something cut on vinyl, well, I don't want to go on a limb and say I can 100% do it on my Cricut. I'll have to play with that. I don't want to say I can for sure, but if somebody needs something cut on vinyl, I can try it. But I haven't played with the tracing tool or anything in my Cricut. I just use it when I want to personalize names or something like that. And there's so much waste with vinyl. Like I was using it the other day because I needed to do this mirror. But you throw away so much stuff, I feel like. I've always felt that way with my Cricut. But yeah, I can do paper. I can do almost anything, but vinyl is toxic, apparently. Okay, we're almost done with this frame, guys. This should have taken like 9 seconds if I had tape. But here we are. Here we are. But that brings up a good point. If you have a Cricut and you love your Cricut, on my chalk site, and I rarely talk about this because I don't usually do it, you can purchase the SVG files on my website and cut things out on your Cricut with vinyl if you want to. Because those images, a lot of those images are available. You haven't? Charlene, they are a little intimidating, and I'm going to tell you, all I did was I wanted 2 names in the word and that's it. That's all I needed, 2 names in the word and. So I got it all like laid out, the size that I wanted and everything. And then I go to make it, like you click make, and then it says there's checkout. So some of the fonts, at least with the Cricut, I don't know about Silhouette, you have to pay for. And I didn't notice that when I was, anyway, I didn't notice that when I created the design. So I just did it. It wasn't very expensive, and I was able to cut it more than once and everything, but still annoying. Okay, this is going to be so pretty. You guys know how much I love blues and browns together. And I've only used my Cricut a handful of times, but it's just, you know what, I just would encourage you, if you have it, just pull it out and play with it. Because really the only way to learn it is to use it, is to try it. Just type on it, play with some of the wording. I got a little bit of blue on this frame, so I'm trying to clean it up. Oh, do I have it forever? Like the whole design, like I can use that font now on other designs? I hope so. I'm like, because then I cut it and then it was too small. And I'm like, ugh, if I have to pay for that again, I'm going to be mad. I mean, again, it was like $4 or something. But you know, when you're not expecting to pay for it, then it's irritating. I'm just cleaning up these couple spots. I could probably sand it, but. Okay, let me hold it up so you can see. Here is our frame. What do you guys think? Hit the heart button for me if you're watching. Type the word winter. Check your messages, all the things. We're going to start sanding and waxing all the things we have here. So we're going to pull off our little snowflakes and our word winter. I love my Cricut. I'm making signs with vinyl while watching. Wonderful. How do you cut down on the waist, Tammy? Like, I just feel like there's so much you throw away. And I know I'm not efficient at it, so I'm sure that I am doing it in the least efficient way possible. But I just feel like you throw away so much stuff. All right, so I'm going to clean my mat here. Now, this is a light grip mat. I think the strong grip or the regular grip would be perfect for all your cutouts. But this is the one that I had laying around. So for now, I'm going to use this one. And we used it last time and it ended up being fine. So I'm just using my board eraser and cleaning up my paste. And then I'm just going to take some paper towel and dry it off. And then I'll be ready to use next time I have my cutouts. And then I don't have to waste all that tape, I feel like. Just be careful when you're drying your cutouts that a couple times my mat started bubbling. You don't want to melt your mat, is what I was trying to say. I leave the vinyl on the roll, cut as close to the, oh, that's smart. And then what about your transfer tape? Do you reuse your transfer tape? I went and got contact paper for mine, and that worked just fine. But, again. Okay, let's do some sanding. It's nice, I will say it is very nice to personalize, like for names and dates. But you guys know I'm 100% chalk, so here I am. We're just smoothing out the paint. This is a real old sanding pad. It's basically not even rough anymore. I considered leaving it on the roll. I don't know. Like I said, I don't understand it as well. And one thing, it made me cut separate, and I couldn't figure out why it was separate from the words. Like I did two, like the word and was like a separate, it said get another mat out. I'm like, but it fits right here. I used, okay, good. All right, well then good, because that's what I did. I said, I'm not throwing this away. I only used it to like move it from here to there. Good to know. Look at, I love talking about this. And again, like I said, I don't really understand all the wording. It's just like me learning Lightburn. It's taken me a little bit of time. Okay, so we're going to use, oh, you know what? First I want to do this part. We got our pieces, but let's do this first. Okay, we are going to sand this also. Just to smooth it out. Get our sanding dust off and use our surface wax to protect our paint that we put down. Hi, Pat Hill. How are you? Hope you're good. Man, we had Jets Pizza, you guys, for dinner. Anybody know Jets Pizza? Square Jets Pizza reminds me of Detroit. And I don't usually want pizza, but it just sounded good tonight, so I went to pick it up. And I was like having a hard time staying awake. I told Jace, I said, I could barely stay awake driving to go and get the pizza. And anyway, when I got there, the guy was like, are you from Michigan? And I wasn't paying attention to what I was wearing, but I said, yeah. And he said, well, I noticed your shirt. He said, I'm from there too. He just been down here like a year, and he said he moved here to open this Jets Pizza store. This is Ocean Mist, Pat. Hi, Wendy. Hey, Wendy, the Pace duos are still on the site. Remember we were talking about that the other night? Those are still available. I saw them under Pace, and like about 10 other people messaged me when we talked about it last time. If you're looking for that Pace that's on sale, the duos, they're still there through tomorrow, I think. And they're on like the second page of the paste. All right, so I'm adding lint to the back of this because it's just another way to protect your transfer and your paste. I am going to put, let's see, we're gonna do it like this. So we are going to just add some snowflakes to the background. Ish. They do not have to be perfect. They don't have to be, I don't care. I'm just going to kind of fill up the background with them. And I guess we'll use bright white. All right, do I have any white left in here? We're down to the bitter end here. So I'm just going to try to be careful not to get it on my frame. Okay, so if you bought my laser, the winter bundle, I called it. These are the snowflakes that it pairs with. So if you have this transfer and you want to put the snowflakes on it with the transfer instead of just painting them, these are the ones that pair with, okay? Okay, and then I'm going to dry this super quick and we're going to lay this down. Yes, ma'am, it is. Yes, it is. Except it is, I believe, an ink instead of a paste. That's what I think, you know what? No, I don't. Let me think about what I read in my, our team chat. I can't remember now. I think it is. If it's not I think my upline said, no, it's not exactly the same. I feel like the one they're using is, they were saying it wasn't the same, but then I thought I read that it was the same. I'm going to get back with you, Jan, on that, because I think what I read was that it was the same. But isn't it, I haven't looked yet because I've been so busy. I can't wait to get it. I've just been busy. Haven't even been able to grab it yet. I'll get back with you and firm that up. My understanding is that it was a return. Even though I think the conversation in my chat said otherwise. Now this, like I said, does not have to be perfect. I just thought, I just had this idea in my mind and I thought it would be cute. Okay, well, let's pull this up. Okay, so we have our snowflakes in the bathroom. A lot of people were saying that was the same. I thought so too, but then I thought that Brittany said it was brighter. So I don't know. While that dries, let's work on our snowman. Okay, and then this cutout is going to pair with this. And I'm just going to use an outline. The name Ditto would indicate, yes, that's what I thought too. That's what I thought also. This was this whole conversation. Somebody in the chat said, is that why it's called Ditto? Because it's the same that. And I swore she said, no, it's brighter. But then when I read in the FAQ that it was the same. So we're going to do, oh, am I going to do the nose? No, I'm going to do everything but the nose. Okay, we're going to use ash. This snowman's so cute. He's got these cute shoes on. And I should have done the nose first, but I was already knee deep in this one, and that's why I started it. So this is a do as I say, not as I do moment. Do your light colors first. I always teach that, but sometimes I don't follow my own advice. We're gonna really quick grab this one, Marmalade, and get the nose done. All right. Brandy said it was the same. Okay, thank you, Cindy, because I remember reading that exchange and then later reading the FAQ and going, well, maybe I don't know what I read. All right, here's our cute little snowman. Now you could totally paint in the, I know, they're amazing. You could paint in the shoes and the little scarf. I'm not going to right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave him like that. And then I'm going to do the words. Sorry, the word winter. Got a little bit too high, too low there. Okay, then we're going to do the word winter. And I'm going to do the word winter in cadet. This is going to be adorable, you guys, I think. And again, if you want more detail on your snowman, you could color it in, do some watercoloring, all that. There's lots of options with that. Perfect. I will say, it is a lot easier to work on your backer sheet when your transfer is, so it doesn't stick to your table. Should totally do that. Thank you, Kim. Appreciate it. Hey, I received my order. Thank you so much. Yay! Oh, Patricia, now I'm so glad. Because when I called about your, I got on the chat about yours, I also got on the chat about mine, but I've yet to see mine yet. I'm glad you have your order. Mine has gone back and forth from Carrollton, which you guys is not that far from me. It's got my snowman porch leaner in it. So I'm not worried about it. Chalk will make it right. If it gets lost, they'll send me a replacement order. They will. I'm not that worried about it, but I just want my stuff. You know, we get excited. But the mail's been crazy lately. I've had a few people it's just like their package is going like back and forth. So strange. Making shirts for my daughter and I with this shirt. Oh, perfect. I love that. Okay, and we're going to use this bright blue for the word winter, which is cadet. And the last little thing I want to do, I just don't want to, I may have to clean my transfer first. So around him is like an etching where like the snow is. I think what I'll do, I'm going to cheat because I really don't want to clean my transfer more than once. I'm going to put my backer sheet down. And hopefully that will do the trick. Just like that. And then I'm going to take that ash color. It's basically showing like a small rolling hill. And just some lines. Which you could probably do with a marker, but I am not that talented. So I prefer to use a transfer for it. Okay. I think we got everything chalked now. Perfect. So you can see I just added the little hill at the bottom. Chalk is awesome and it stands. Oh yes, they do, Cindy, for sure. We get antsy when we can't, when things don't come. But you know, if it gets lost and they'll reach out to the carrier, and that's what happened to Patricia. They reached out to the carrier and she said usually that prompts a delivery within a day or two. And they said if I don't have it by Monday to get back on the chat, and I just don't want to wait anymore. Anyway, it's fine. But they always make it right. I've never had an issue. I've been doing this. I mean, I've had things happen, but they always fix it if they can. Thank you, guys. Hi, Sandy. How have you been? Okay. Here we go. Everything, let's just make sure everything is dry. Keyword is winter. Just type that word and then check your messages. Okay, and we are almost done. The only thing I want to do real quick is I'm going to take my Sharpie paint marker, you guys. Oh, I bet, Lori. I'm glad you love it, Cindy. You like all the snowmen, right? You're a snowman girl. So if you get paint on the edges of your cutouts, you can take it just a regular Sharpie, or this one is a Sharpie paint marker, which I love because it's got this fine tip on it. And just go around the edge. I don't do this for all of them, but it depends on how I'm crafting, how it's going to look. This one, you're probably going to see the top pretty well, so I want to make sure. You're a snowman girl. Okay, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody's comment. This one, you're going to notice the edge on the top the most. So I'm just going around the edge real quick because I'm a little heavy-handed with my paint. Some people are very meticulous. To me, it's easier to just do this. The bottom doesn't really matter, but here I am doing it anyway. There's something very satisfying about doing this. I don't know why. The snowman really isn't going to matter at all. Okay, we're going to let this go. This is fun. Yes, I did get them from Amazon. I don't have the box anymore, but I think it came with like 20 different colors and it had black and white in it. Oh, really? Hang on. I should have known better. I should have changed up my glue. Now I am going to mainly use my wood glue, but we're going to need some hot glue too. So we're going to take the snowman and put him right here. Hi, Dale. How are you? Okay, this happens every so often where I get a little bit of glue on the top of this. This is like Elmer's glue. Like if you have just the smallest amount of glue on the top, then your glue doesn't come through. Hang on. And with my nails, they're not quite as thick as like acrylic nails, but they're just thick enough where I can't really get these tiny things on it. I've been crafting a lot today, so my glue got very well used today. Okay, and then we're just gonna put him right here. I kind of think I might take my Sharpie and fill in the sticks of the arms. Now it's gonna bug me. We'll see. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take these snowflakes and just put them, I don't know, like this. Just to add a little dimension to it. What do you guys think of this idea? I think it's super cute, turning out super cute. I know it's the dead of summer and it's hard to think about these things, but the transfer's here and it's my job to show it to you so we can think cool thoughts. I think it's so cute. Okay, and then what we're going to do with our winter, I'm going to think about how I really want it. I'm going to think about what I was doing here. I'm going to put it so it's above the top here. Oh my God, this is adorable. I think it's going to go just like this. This is going to be cute, but I'd really love to put just a dab of a hot glue. Thank you guys. I'm so glad you love it. Okay, but I don't know if I have. We're gonna just do this, I guess. The glue will dry clear. I originally had it like way up higher, like way up here. But now I'm thinking maybe down like this. So I'm just gonna, oh good. My hot glue's starting to drip like a champ. So I'm just gonna go through and put some glue at the bottom. And then take my drippy hot glue gun and just get a couple dabs on it. How adorable is this, you guys? Hit the heart button, type the word winter and check your messages. Grab this transfer. I don't have this frame on Etsy yet, but I'm going to work on that tonight. So if you want to grab the frame. Oh my God, is that so cute? All right, look, let's be a little patient. I haven't caught you live lately, but I wanted to tell you that my brother went to the doctor and he's, oh, thank goodness. Do you love it? All right, so let me see my Sharpie markers here. I've got red, I've got all kinds of colors. I do have blue. I could maybe do his scarf. Now, I was going to leave it like this, but I really want to do his arms. Do I have brown? I don't know if I have brown in the Sharpie. Green, blue, yellow, white, another green, an orange, purple. I mean, I have this brown. It's just kind of fat. I don't know if this will work. I mean, it'll work. I just don't want to. I think it's just thin enough that I can do it. These are the Lottie Dottie ones. And then I think that I want blue. I don't know if I like this blue with that. The only thing is this might force me to go back over it again. We're going to lose some of that detail. Maybe. How cute. I like it colored in. I was going to leave it and now I can't. I just can't, guys. I like to color it in. So I'm going to do it. That's good. That's good. I'm so glad. He had a rough go. Oh, I only did the top part of the... Jan, did you notice that? Did you notice I missed the whole bottom part of the scarf? I'm going to look up and Jan's going to be like, you didn't do all the scarf. Okay, now I'm over here with his shoes. We might as well just, you know what, we're all in now. I am all in. And that's okay. You could use your paint. You could use these. You can use whatever your heart desires. Sometimes it's just a little easier to get your chalk marker. Duh, of course I noticed. I knew you did. I knew you did. You just weren't typing, or either I didn't see it or you didn't type fast enough. It's funny because at school, I'm like, I usually have like one child that's my detail person. Like it's funny how at even 5 years old or 4 years old, because I taught pre-K for years, how rigid like they are and how detailed they are, and they're always keeping me. Most of the time I'm fine. I live in the gray area. It's totally fine. But it's nice when you have a child that's like, Miss Augustin, weren't we gonna do blah blah blah? And then keeps me kind of on track. But I'm good for them and they're good for me. Like, I'm good for them to be like, learn how to go with the flow. But also, It's nice to have someone who's detail oriented. And even at 5, it's very helpful to someone who's not. Very helpful. Sometimes I'm like, no, it's not that important, but for some things, it's very nice to know. I'm glad you like it. I need to get paint markers and fabric markers. Yes. It just sometimes, if you don't want to pull out all your paste, I mostly use my chalk paste to paint in. Once in a while, I'm like, ooh, I want to get my markers out. Sometimes it's just a little quicker. I don't know if I really need to go over the details again. I may just leave it. I don't know. I like to brighten it up. Let's brighten it up. We got to dry it real quick. Yeah, they crack me up too when they're like that. It's just funny. They're probably how, like when they're like that at 5, they're going to be like that at 45. It's not going to really change. It's really not going to change. It's 100% not going to change. It really isn't. What am I looking for? My wax. That's so cute. Thanks, Sandy. All right, we gotta, because I wasn't gonna do this, but here I am doing it. We're gonna wax it. I'm probably just gonna do my scarf and my shoes and brighten those up. Because the sticks, you can't even tell that I painted over it, because that was a little more watered down. You guys, a brand new thing of wax is a nice, nice thing. Okay, let's put it down. No, I like it with the white, Jan, I like it with the white, the way it's peeking through. So I'm not going to do the nose, but I like the nose the way the nose is, personally. But if you want to do that, feel free. Okay, so you just want to move this ever so slightly until your white things disappear. Just like that. And like I said, I'm just going to go over, we're going to use ash. Where is it? Here it is. And a multi-tool. I have a question. Yes, what about the wax that you use? When do you use it? When can you use before and after you're done with your project? Okay, so you use wax. The reason you wax, yes, you can put it as a top coat if you want. Absolutely. That's optional. But the reason I waxed is because I painted in areas where the sticky transfer is going to be sitting, right? And that wax adds a barrier between the sticky transfer and the paste, or my chalk marker, or whatever, what I just did. And so like everything that was brown on the shoes is got something sticky on it now, right? So the wax protects that from getting pulled up. So you want to use it anytime you paint your surface, if you're going to lay your transfer down on top, or if you're going to layer your pastes, kind of like I am right now. Or if I was going to put words over the snowman, you would want to put wax on the snowman and protect him. Does that make sense? Now, you don't have to ever wax if your surface, if you're not painting it. You really don't have to. That would be optional. It will make your surface slightly more forgiving. So if you make a mistake, it'll be a little easier to clean up. But basically just think of your wax as a barrier between your paste and your sticky transfer. Okay? Hopefully that's helpful. You're welcome, Patricia. All right, guys, now I'm happy with it. Now I'm excited. Okay, now you can type the word winter and check your messages. Hi, Mary. That's okay. You're catching the finished product. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Hit the heart button for me. I think it turned out so cute. So cute. All right, guys, have an awesome rest of your night. Make sure before you make any purchases, you enroll in the Perks program or join my team as a designer like Janet did today. And then you can save 40% on everything, okay? If you're a Perks member, you can save 30% on everything. There's no catch, I promise. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I'm happy to chat with you. Thank you so much for the hearts. And we'll see you guys very soon. Bye, everybody. Bye, YouTube friends.